Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, for your Sunday, it's going to be GuMiho versus soO from GSL Season 3 Group D. This game was played a couple of days ago. It was cast by Tasteless and State. I watched it on the YouTube channel, and holy smokes, I figured I'd have to cast it. Because let's see how CYCLONEs do against soO. Top right, it's going to be GuMiho, are a very, very non-standard Terran player, and in the bottom left, it's going to be soO. What up, soO? He is back from military. He's trying to find his footing here. He qualified for GSL. And let's see if he can handle GuMiho here today. And I already spoiled it in the thumbnail. We're going to see CYCLONes here from GuMiho in GSL. All right, so 16 hatch from soO. Nothing special. And Command Center first from... Oh, Command Center first from GuMiho. Yeah, man. Risking it. Risking it for the biscuit here. He knows. He knows that there's no way to punish it unless soO blindly went pool first. Just blindly. Ugh. This is such an advantage if you just sprinkle it in to your TVZ games, Terrans. Anyway, extractor almost done. Pool on the way. Double gas opening here from GuMiho. You need a lot of gas if you're going to go CYCLONE early. Oh, man. So the CYCLONE got a rework in the latest balance patch for StarCraft 2. Lock on, bam, gone. Gone. Everything is just basic attack now here for these CYCLONes. Well, lock on's not gone, but the way that it works is gone. Does that make sense? Anyway, basically, lock-on is now the basic attack of CYCLONes with extended range. And as soon as that timer is done for lock-on, you can do it again. No cooldown period. So that's about it. Got a Reaper opening here. Just right into factory. Alright, so this Reaper name is from Waldo. What up, Waldo? Thanks for the Reaper name. And his name is Shenanigans! While reaping unsuspecting victims, Shenanigans couldn't resist setting up elaborate traps, leaving banana peels and whoopee cushions in his wake. His Reaper comrades rolled their eyes, but secretly admired Shenanigans' ability to lighten the mood. These days, whenever a Reaper sees a banana peel on the battlefield or hears an unexpected boom, followed by laughter, they know that Shenanigans is nearby. Ah, Shenanigans isn't moving out. Shenanigans, why are you sitting here? He is worried about getting pool firsted, is what he's doing. He didn't send an SCV out. He is blindly opening CYCLONes against soO in GSL. And, I mean, in fairness, this is game 1 of a best of 3, so it's not like he waited till game 3 of a best of 3 to try to go this CYCLONE thing. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And if it works, you know, I've got a couple more games to try to win this thing. It'll be fine. Right? Hilariously. GuMiho's like, okay, no fourth base. Oh, just kidding. Third base up here. Yes, top side. That's the tiniest bit of scouting that we've gotten out of GuMiho. He knows there's queens. He knows there's creep, and that's literally all he knows. This he knows it's not a one-base play. He knows it's not a pool first Lings pressure play because there would have been Lings out already. A couple Hellions early, just in case some Lings show up. Fast third base. I mean, honestly, not a sub 3-minute fast third base, though, right? And here we go. This is the other thing about CYCLONes. You don't need a tech lab anymore, so you can double pump them with a reactor. That is the major benefit right now, is being able to double pump CYCLONes off of a single factory. Insanely good. So check out this battle mech, man. There it is. There's our basic attack. That was just basic attack. That wasn't lock-on because the range, you know, wasn't out here. And they reduced the range, too. Lock-on used to be like, well, all the way out here. And now it's like here. It's like 9. It's pretty good, but not, you know, 15 like lock-on used to be. I don't know. And I very famously, not famously, but I thought that the new CYCLONE was kind of garbo. But, you know, I don't know. If GuMiho's going it in ye old GSL, then maybe he's not crazy. What is this tech lab for? Why? +1 vehicle weapons. He did tech lab this factory for no upgrades that I can see. Ah, Ling's got an SCV building this third command center and not going to force a cancel on this. There's no way. Their damage output is simply not enough. And yeah, the Hellions come back to chase him down. Any blue flame for these Hellions? That's what I'd be curious about knowing. Any blue flame from these Hellions, that would be pretty fantastic. Creep spread pushing up this left side. And it's just factories, man. It is just factory, factory, factory. Yeah, this is where soO doesn't know what's going on, right? soO knows, sure, we opened some Cyclones and some Hellions, but is this a transition into bio? Is this more and more mech? Are we making tanks and Thors now? What are we doing? He doesn't know. He can't see this production tab. He doesn't know it's more Hellions. 3 more factories. Definitely not. I mean, floating this barracks is a bit of a tell that we're not going into bio at this stage, so fair. They didn't really have to scout in order to find that. GuMiho is like, hey, check this out. Not going Marines and Marauders. It'd be a really interesting fake out if a Terran player did this to make the Zerg player think it wasn't bio. Another SCV gets picked off, and another SCV dies. Just kidding, survives. And, oh, nice lift off. Nice lift off. Oh, no, Shenanigans! Shenanigans is dead. I'm not sure if he got many kills, to be honest with you. But here, just right on to creep. Getting an Overlord, killing a Tumor, forcing the Zerg to respawn, getting out of there. Spires on the way from soO. I'm going to try to go to Mutas to deal with this. And I do like Mutas against a race car mech like this. Just because the anti-air isn't particularly great. Cyclones do bonus versus armored. Mutas are not armored. They are light. So they're not going to take all the damage that Roaches would, for example. Which is why Roaches are not really viable in this situation anyway. But yeah, bonus against armored means bonus against buildings too, friends. Dude, look at this. Forcing a cancel on that 4th base. soO, Ling run by. He's gotten some pretty good value out of these. Gonna try to hack away at the front door while definitely getting the guaranteed damage on, there you go, a supply depot and an SCV. 3rd base a little vulnerable, but pulling back in now to defend. Did he pull those? Oh, this Ling micro, soO! Gonna get a couple more SCVs there. It's all good, it's all good. Gonna get a Cyclone, does pick up a Cyclone. I don't know about this, although, okay, hang on, there are no Hellions in this group. But also these Lings have no upgrades. Man, if they had +1 or something, that would have gone a lot better for them. Another canceled base from soO. The race car mech is fast. The race car mech hurts a lot against buildings. Doesn't have to engage with these queens if it doesn't want to. This is so bad for soO. He's firing up Mutalisks, right? That is his tech of choice right now. He's got Lings, he's got Mutas, he's saving the upgrade money for +1 flyer attack. Not upgrades for Lings and Banes. And the Mutas are out. So what does he got? He's got 13 Mutas out on the map. He recognizes there's no splash damage here, right? This is Hellions, this is Cyclones. No Marines, no Widowmines, no Thors. Oh, another base is just killed. soO, not to be deterred, is double expanding. He was triple expanding right up until this happened. Ling's trying to pin these Hellions in so the Mutas can kill them. There we go. I mean, pinning alone is going to get a lot of work done here. Yeah, dead. And pulling back. What are we doing? Oh, getting the... What is this upgrade? With the Cyclone upgrade? Oh my gosh, I feel like I should know what that is. It might be the first time I've seen it, though. It's like a rocket, though, doesn't it? Gotta be like Cyclone damage or something. Infernal Pre-Igniter is on the way. There you go. There's that blue flame I was asking for earlier, because it really seems like, yes, he's going for a Ling, Baneling, Mutalisk strategy. See, look. Cyclones are squishy, man. Yeah, these Mutas are like, we'll fight you. I don't know about that, Mutas. Golly, okay. Ye old Cyclones still getting some decent damage here off those Mutas, even though they don't do bonus to light. They don't do splash damage. They don't do any of the things that you would expect to do when you're trying to kill a Mutalisk, right? Okay, so soO happily about on 5 bases here, 73 workers. Somehow GuMiho, or 81 workers. Somehow GuMiho's on 76 workers on 3 bases, which means he is oversaturated. Yeah, all of his bases oversaturated. A 4th base from him would be pretty hot, and there it is. Command center coming up. So +2 flyer attack on the way from the Zerg player. Banelings being added into the comp, but the Banelings don't have any upgrades at all. He's working on +1 attack for those guys. Banelings also lost their +5 bonus to health when they get centrifugal hooks, so they're even less tanky than they used to be. Yeah, there you go. This is how you play mech, man. You send just little blue flame Hellion groups into bases, Snipe off 5 drones, easy as can be. 7 drones, thank you. Oh, the Hellions die, but hey, you're slowing down the Zerg income. That's what you're doing. You're not doing drops. You're not doing Marine run-bys. Thors are in the production tab now from GuMiho. He recognizes, okay, this is a commitment to Mutalisks. This is not just, I made some Mutas to see how they would do. This is, I am making Mutalisks today. Enjoy. Hellions, Hellions, Hellions. And this time they don't really get any solid connections there. They die, but they're pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Ooh, look at tanks as well. Look how fast Cyclones will burn down rocks if you give them the opportunity to. I don't like that angle, no. Neither does soO. Has to back it out. And then distracting the army. Muta's kind of darting to this third base. A lot of turrets up. And he wants that refinery so bad, but he doesn't want to catch splash damage from that Thor. So he's backing out. Fourth base coming in from GuMiho. Infestation pit on the way from soO, and Hellions rolling in. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the blinding cloud? Like, where are the abducts? Where's the spell casting? It is tough for Battle Mech to be stopped by a Zerg player without spell casting, man. Fungals would be nice. Neural Parasite on a Thor would be super powerful here. And I mean, you might say, well, it's not fair. Here we go. Muta's on this right side. Not fair for the Zerg player to have to make spellcasters to counter a non-spellcaster army from the Terran, but sometimes it's just how it works, man. Sometimes that's StarCraft in a nutshell. Sometimes it's a little unfair, right? But seriously, Blinding Cloud would be amazing against these Thors. Neural Parasite. I know I keep repeating myself here, but a fungal against all these Cyclones would be amazing. Not as good against the Thors, obviously, but you know the drill. Just Banelings, there are too many Thors to soak up those Baneling hits. It's exactly what GuMiho wants to see. 46 Lings in production, 8 Banelings on the way. Oh, this mech army setting up. There's nothing to... Oh, Hellbat transformation. There's nothing to repair here, though. I don't know about this from GuMiho. Banelings are like, okay... They do wipe out Cyclones pretty nicely, despite the fact that Cyclones are not light. Yeah, they're great against Hellbats because Hellbats are light. They're great against Hellions for the same reason, but this masked Thor... No, Banelings. Okay, well, at least they got some splash damage on a couple of those Thors. Go down. Another Thor goes down. Lings on top of everything, but they're 2 attack, no armor Lings. No extra Thors join the party. The Mutas are getting wiped out. The Banelings got trapped behind those Queens. Is there enough to hold here? Oh, the upgrades. +3 attack versus +2 attack. I don't know about this, man. 34 more Lings in production. soO had a decent bank. He's firing up 10 more Mutas and 22 more Lings. I would just like to see more upgrades, personally. Where is it? He's got a Hive. Get Adrenal. Does he have enough time to get Adrenal? GuMiho's on this side of the map. He's not maxed out. He's 158 supply. 82 army supply. Wow, it's a bunch of army supply for a mech for sure. GuMiho retaking this right side 4th base that was under attack earlier. soO pretty happily on 5 bases. Hasn't been able to expand thanks to the insane pressure that last attack put upon him. Yeah, we got medevac Thor drops now. Just dropping them in. We're here, and then the Lings show up, and the Thor dies. Alright, so another Thor dies. Banelings exploding on Thors. Dude, soO, your control needs to be better. You cannot let your Banelings waste their lives on a Thor. It's so horrible. Hellbats against Banelings, yes. 11 more Banes on the way. Spine against all this stuff going to be terrible. But, yeah, is there enough Zerg? Queens, really good against the Hellbats. Not as good against the Thors. Thors are big chunks. Big chunks for sure. Banelings on those Thors just can't do it. They need to be hitting these Hellbats, but the micro GuMiho is really good. The Mutas are trying to magic box their way to victory against these Thors, but suddenly the whole army left. It looks like it's just a handful of Queens, and GG. GuMiho gets the win in 14 minutes. Holy smokes. Yeah, Cyclones. GuMiho, Cyclones. Pretty good against Mutalisks, I guess. Wow. That was incredible. I just... Mech! Is Mech back? Is Mech for real? I mean, can we see GuMiho do this against somebody like Dark? Right? Dark's the only elite Zerg player in GSL right now. If you can do it against Dark, maybe. Maybe it's viable, but I don't know. I'm curious to see. I feel like we would see more spellcasters. I just feel like some Abducts on these Thors, some Fungal on these Cyclones and these Hellions would be incredibly good. But just none of it. Try to go Lingbane Muta here against this kind of unorthodox newer style out of GuMiho. 29 Cyclones died. He had no Cyclones left at the end of the game, but 7 Thors is enough. The Thor transition too is mwah. He recognized that soO was going for Mutas and was like, you know what's good against Mutas is Thors. Resources lost at ×2. In soO's lack of favor, that hurts. That hurts a lot. So GG, just truly, truly fantastic display of maybe how to use these new Cyclones in this new world. 59 Mutas died too. Holy crap. Anyway, GG, man. GuMiho showing us how the Cyclone could be used. Are we surprised? We'll figure any Terran player in the world right now show us how to use these Cyclones. It'd be GuMiho. Yeah, I figured it'd be GuMiho. That would be my first guess too. So GG, we're going to see more of this. I will spoil a little bit of GSL for you. GuMiho doesn't do this against soO in the next game. He's like, no, we're good. Let's go ahead and just move back into regular Marines and stuff. Yeah, he didn't feel like trying to prove his theory in game 2, you know. Anyway, that was good. Terran fans are like, yes. Cyclones, I'm going to do this on the ladder and collect Zerg tiers. You do that, guys. Go out there. Get your wins. All right, neat. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.